Welcome in, Scorpios, to your monthly tarot reading. So we are diving into a reading for the month of May 2025 for you all. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising and Venus Scorpios. So I kind of just have to remind people, since I always have new subscribers and watchers, but your sun sign is going to be like your main birth, based on your birth date, right? So for Scorpios, that runs through, I don't know the exact date, it's like the 20th or something of October, so the end of October through the middle of November. So that's your sun sign, so sun Scorpios. If you're a moon Scorpio, rising, or Venus, the only way to find that out is to look at your birth chart. So if you have a birth chart, go check it out. I'm assuming if you have your birth chart, you already know what your moon, rising, and Venus sign are. If you don't have a birth chart, you can go online and just search like free birth chart. And there's many sites that will provide you a free birth chart. You have to enter in like pieces of information, obviously your birth date, but you do need your exact birth time and the location of your birth to really identify very pinpoint kind of what your birth chart was at that exact moment in time, because some of the planets and signs will change like even within the hour. So if you try to like estimate, if you don't have the exact time, it's potential that you're going to be off. So just wanted to call that out. So you can find, again, all of those, what planet your signs were in, all of that good stuff, what house they were in when you were born, which is your birth chart. Okay, so we are in May. This is the season of Taurus, which is the bull. I started last month kind of just quickly talking about some monthly themes and reflections. Some terms just are kind of based on the core energies of that month and the sign. So for Taurus, it's really going to obviously really fuel the monthly themes for May. So those themes are the term stability, self-worth, and money. So those three things, what I've kind of been advising people, I'm going to do this going forward as like a monthly theme when I do the monthly zodiac readings. So kind of sit and just feel out like those three words. What does it mean to you? How do you feel about them? Really, it's to help us bring more balance to those areas in our life. So where in our life do we not feel stable? What can we do to create more stability in our lives? Self-worth and money go hand in hand. And the Taurus energy is really about enjoying the finer things in life. Tauruses love that. They love luxury. They love nice things. And so how do you like kind of almost like spoil yourself? Where do you actually sit and enjoy the luxuries in life, or sit and just allow yourself to have something nice? Are you one of those people that says, oh, I can't afford that, or, oh, that's just frivolous? Because those are actually beliefs, and those beliefs are not your true beliefs. Those actually were programmed within you unconsciously, pretty much most of the time from your childhood. You'll notice that those core beliefs, especially around money and to self-worth, I mean, everything, you can go back to your childhood and kind of pinpoint where those came from. Did your family, did you grow up where money was always kind of tight, or you didn't have a lot of money, or did you hear a lot of complaining about money from your parents? Even just the term like money doesn't grow on trees, like those types of things are all beliefs that are blocking us from reaching our fullest potential in regards to abundance in our life to money, to our experiences. So sit on those themes, even journal or write them out and kind of see like, what am I feeling when I sit on stability? Do I have anxiety? Do I feel nervousness? Do I not feel safe? Maybe those are some themes that come up for you when you think of stability. Self-worth, like, I feel like I could do better. I feel like I don't have a lot of self-worth. I have a belief that I feel like people don't think I'm good enough. That's going to be around self-worth. So, and it's just going to help you build upon those to help strengthen those core things within yourself and remove blocks, redefine your belief systems around it, and really help us to open our potential. One last thing, I have some availability for readings. So if you're interested in a personal reading from me, you can schedule that on my website, and the link is below in the description of this video. All right, let's get going and started here, Scorpios. So we do actually have a Scorpio full moon this in May on the 12th. So that's going to be a big one for you all. Obviously, you guys are the experts at rolling in the deep, going into the unconscious. You're the master at transformation, death, and rebirth. So this is going to be a big one. It's going to be a lot of emotions, a lot of depth. So you're going to be in the feels and just kind of ride the waves, like really surrender to what is coming up and what you're feeling. Like literally allow it to take you to where it wants you to go. Feel into it. Ask the feeling. Hey, I'm feeling a lot of anger. What does this anger want to say to me? And what is it asking of me? Where does it want me to go? What does it want me to do? So that's going to be a key piece of guidance for you Scorpios for that full moon. And then there's a new moon in Gemini on the 26th of May. So that's going to bring some lighter energy, some air energy. So what's happening is that full moon is really coming in this month, being in Scorpio, and it's really about bouldering us through any blocks, clearing, there's going to be a whole rebirth there. And then what that air energy is going to do with the new moon, which is also what the new moon represents, is what do I want to bring in now? What do I want to refill those spaces that I just cleared? So now we have void, now we have empty space, but what do we want to bring in? That could be, a metaphor for our emotions, our feelings. It can also be about physically, like if we decided, this job isn't for me anymore, I'm going to move on, or if it's a relationship, or even just like cleaning house. What now? What kind of relationship? What kind of job do I want to bring in now? And that's what the full moon is going to help you do. Okay, let's grab an oracle or two. See what's happening. We have the Angel of Love. Okay. So there seems to be a theme of love or relationship, anxiety, appreciation. So yeah, there's definitely going to be, there's something around relationships or love that you're kind of challenged with here. To me, the anxiety and fear is really just that. I feel like there's something that you're trying to figure out, make some decisions around. Is this what I want? But then on the side of this appreciation, I always see this card as like stop and smell the roses. So, fear and anxiety are going to be when we're focused too much on the future. What do I need to do? What decisions I have to make? And there's a lot of like overthinking here. And, if we're in a space of like this unknown, or we don't know the right decision or what to do, what do? We come back into the moment and focus on what's happening right here, right now. Focus on, smelling the roses. Well, what can I focus on that is, again, bringing me stability, that makes me feel good? What's the good things that I can focus on instead of focusing on the fear of another situation going on. But I feel like May is going to bring you something as well to appreciate by the end of May. I think there's going to be something, some positivity, some luck here. It's almost like in the midst of this thorny patch in the card, there is this rose that you were given. And even though a lot maybe of challenges is going on or a situation that's a bit thorny, I do feel like May is going to bring you something good out of it. So that's a positive. So let's keep going here with the tarot. So we have Six of Swords. I feel like this card has been a trend in the monthly readings, but I like this ease, right? The Six of Swords really talks about moving in there is movement. Even if it doesn't seem fast, you're going to feel it in May that things are going to become a little bit easier. You're going in a good direction towards the Ten of Cups. So you're going in a good direction towards things that you really want in your life, things that are bringing in fulfillment and happiness. So I do like that. And here we almost have the new moon energy here. So I feel it's like these crescent moons. So I do feel like it's probably going to be more after the full moon. So closer to the, again, the new moon, you're going to start feeling like things are starting to ease. Strength. So you're gaining courage and overcoming this thorny situation and this anxiety. And then here comes the Ace of Wands. So all of a sudden, this burst of passion, of creativity. There could be something really that's going to inspire you by the end of the month you're going to focus on creativity. If you feel like you've been in a creative slump or block, I do feel like that's going to be better at the end of the month or by the end of the month. And you're feeling this new level of confidence and strength. And I feel like part of it is just the energy. You feel it, like you're feeling happier. You're could be making a decision, we'll see, about what direction you're moving in. And you're feeling that you're finally moving away from a situation or getting out of the challenges. So we have the Two of Swords. So this is being very blocked. I feel like that's part of the anxiety of not sure what to do, not sure a decision to make or a direction to go in, or there's fear about, if I make a move, is it going to be the right one? Or just there's some fear around stepping off the fence about something. I feel like you've been sitting on the fence about something for a while, and it could be tied to a relationship or situation. Page of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like there's a conversation here that finally clears some confusion. To me, this could also be about clearing the air. And sorry, I actually thought this was Cups, but it's actually Pentacles. So I still feel like the message is valid. There's something about a conversation that kind of brings some clarity or clears some confusion. Also, the situation that this reading is referring to has been going on a long time. I feel like you've really wanted something to kind of finally produce some results, or so it could be one or the other. It could be that you have been waiting for something to produce some results, or reap some harvest from it, metaphorically, or you kind of realize that the situation or whatever you've kind of invested time and money or effort or whatever it is, it's not going to produce anything. I think there's some of you know this, so you're trying to, with the anxiety, it's about, okay, how do I now shift my life and start over? And because it's almost like you don't want to keep putting time and effort into this situation. And that's like the thorniness, right? It's like, okay, well, this isn't going to produce anything. It's just a patch of weeds and thorns here. But I do feel like there is some nugget of that you do get from this. Okay, and you're going to realize it in May. There is some sort of flower, like rose, that you're getting from the thorns. Again, metaphorically speaking here. Seven of Swords. Four of Pentacles. So this could be you or another person, but in regards to the situation, someone has really been not speaking their full truth here. They're holding back something. Like these three cards, it just together, I mean, all three of them in some sense are about holding something back or holding something in. And the Seven of Swords can be about just not, it can be about lying, but I feel like this situation, it's more of like you're not fully, you're holding something back or not relaying how you're feeling. You could, there's some truth that's not out. And I do feel like with this this Page of Swords, it almost like it finally a little bit comes out. Like a little bit of the truth comes out. Ten of Wands. Yeah. I mean, this has just been, something has been going on a long time for you Scorpios. And it's like, it's been, to say the least, like a heavy burden on you. Like you've carried the brunt of the situation. And it's just been like, over time has just built up and built up to like, you've reached a point of just like, I can't continue carrying all this. This signifies like the end of a chapter. It's like you've reached the end of the road of like carrying all the weight, just this heaviness. You know, that's not a nice path here, the Ten of Wands. Oops, let me catch that for a minute. And you might have stayed in the situation because there is some remnants of, it is kind of a comfort zone for you, or there is some sort of stability that it brought you, but it's not a good stability. Like it hasn't really been a stable, really grounded, safe situation for you. But you're ready for, I mean, you're totally ready for a whole new transformation here. And you're ready for just more ease in your life, more fulfillment, happiness, just like positive energy. And also like passion. Like I feel like the passion has just died for you. And when passion dies, our creativity dies, our inspiration, our ability to create. And not only just like, not just being an artist, but like create anything in our lives, like abundance, and just create new things that are expansive and a space where we can grow in a positive way. And I really feel like you're standing up to this and finding strength to basically be like, yeah, I need a change here. Queen of Wands, there's that confidence. So you are really finally reaching a point where it could be that you're like just over it. You know, sometimes it does take that like straw that breaks the camel's back to finally give you that courage and that fire to be like, nope, I'm done putting down the boundaries. I'm ready for something else. It doesn't mean that this is going to be easy. So really, I feel like with the Angel of Love, there is a reference to a relationship here, a situation that's been very heartbreaking for you. Again, this to end this or to get up out of this isn't going to be easy. Someone's going to get hurt, and that's maybe what the anxiety is and fear of, like, how do I get out of this without completely just like it being the biggest, biggest Three of Swords. Like, this is going to, maybe it could hurt somebody or people. And it's just not going to be easy. But Six of Wands, you are going to overcome this. I like this. You are going to be successful. You are going to get what you want. You're gonna get out of like the battle. So, you know, the Six of Wands usually references like a soldier on a horse who's coming out of a battle that he, you know, you could say war or a battle that he's been fighting. And he finally is like, came out the victor. He's on the other side. He's celebrating that he's, you know, out of the worst of it. So I do feel like, you know, it could feel like May is finally the place where you're maybe ending something. But I do feel like very shortly after that, you know, you're going to start feeling like the heaviness of it lift. So what's this? What's the Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, Four of Pentacles about? What's being withheld here? Yeah, definitely. There is secrets here. There's either secrets or just people are not fully communicating how they're feeling, what their truth is. I do feel like there's a lot of withheld information or feelings. And this has probably been going on a long time. There is a lot of heartache and heaviness that it's already there. It's been building for a long time. What's the Page of Swords? Yeah, Ten of Swords. So there's finally a message here. There's finally like communication that something's ending. I do feel like it's going to end in May, or there's going to be a conversation about it. What's this appreciation card? What's the Thorns and the Rose? More about that. Four of Wands. Three of Cups. So you could get some support from other people in your life. There could be a support network here that's really going to, that you're going to be grateful for. This is tied to your personal life here. So to me, this is more a like talking about a relationship, but this could change like where you live or your house or something like that. But I almost feel like it's going to end up being a good thing for you. There is some shift in potentially your living situation, which I like this appreciation because I feel like you're really going to be grateful. Like it's almost like a weight lifted off you, that situation you're out of, or the energy is out, or the person moves out or something like that. But it actually is going to feel, I think you're afraid of it, but in reality, I think it's going to end up just feeling like a weight off your shoulders. Ten of Wands. Yeah, it's like this ending of this chapter here is really opening up a new chapter for you where you're going to just feel in your element. You're finally going to feel, you know, connected to yourself more, and like you can focus on yourself, and you're going to start creating a life that maybe you didn't realize that you were always missing, right? You're going to feel aligned with yourself. You're going to feel good. And it's like, whoa, like I always stayed in this situation because I was afraid to be alone, or I didn't know on the other side of this, like, who would I be? Because I feel like potentially you kind of lost yourself in a situation. And it's like finally time to like regain who you are. So what's the Three of Swords? The Devil. Yeah, this is a very karmic situation that you've been in. And you kind of need to cut the chains that have tied you to this. It's finally like closing up this karmic connection or chapter. Again, there's been a lot of hurt. I feel like this heartache has been, like this situation has just caused a lot of heartache for you for a long time. So it's nothing new. And the Ace of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you finally get like a fire lit under you to take action. Maybe you've been kind of slow at taking any action on this. You've kind of been dragging your feet. but the Fool, the new energy, that fire's lit under you. You finally get the passion, like something maybe triggers you to finally be like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. And the Fool, you're kind of just like taking a leap of faith and just jumping off the cliff with this. Like you're like, nope, maybe I've been dragging my feet. I've been really trying to like think about this and really plan it and be logical. But nope, it's like the Fool with the Ten of Swords. It's like just in an instant, you're with the Ace of Wands. It's like a fire's lit under you. You're done. You end it and you're on a new path here. So I feel like that was the only way this was going to go down for you, because if something didn't just light that fire under you, you'd probably drag your feet out for, who knows, you know, another couple years, which then you're kind of wasting your time. You're wasting everyone's time, but you're also digging deeper, you know, entrenched wounds. You're not repairing the wounds. So your wounds are just, I feel like the wounds are infested right now. And the longer you wait, the more infested they come, which is just going to create more issues for yourself, no one else. Like your wounds are going to fester and they are infected. And the longer you wait, the more potential long-term damage to yourself emotionally, mentally, even physically, which if it's affecting you, if there's other people involved in this, like kids or whatever, other people, they're going to be impacted very negatively, because this is I feel like this is a toxic environment that you've been in. And you know what's interesting? Like, it's not really referencing a specific person. Like, I feel like it's just referencing like you, Scorpio. So there's something about like it's almost like we don't need to even address that person. Like this is more of a karmic situation for you to kind of learn the lesson, face your fears, do what's right for you. And like, to me, that says like, if you're worried about the other person, that's none of your concern, which is interesting. Like, I almost hear the universe saying, we'll deal with that person or that situation. Like, they have their own support energetically from a divine perspective, and they're being dealt with. But like, you need to just deal with yourself and focus on yourself. So what's on the other side of the Fool and the Six of Wands? I mean, we did get the Ten of Swords, so a lot of good things. And look at this. You finally realize the power you have. You are the magician of your life. You're manifesting a lot of great things that are coming, but I feel like they couldn't come until you. This is like that last hurdle to finally open the door to like a new situation and experience. And you're going to start, I do feel like once this ends and you finally make the decision and take the steps, all of a sudden things are going to happen fast and things are going to start opening up for you, opportunities, manifestations. And you're like, whoa, like it's coming from all angles here. Like the Fool's taking a big risk, but it's going to pay off for you. It's really going to pay off. So I love this for you, Scorpios. You know, you could see this as a bit negative, but honestly, like this seems like amazing, because ultimately I do feel like this is a situation you've just been wanting an answer to or wanting to figure out one way or the other. And like this uncertainty or like not hiding things or not really being upfront. I mean, you can only do that for so long and it just gets really heavy, man. It's heavy and it doesn't feel great. So this is going to be great. I mean, you're moving into a lot lighter energy in May. So I think May is a pivotal point for you guys. All right, Scorpios, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Definitely let me know how this applies to you. I always, you know, I'm interested to hear your stories, and share this if you know anyone else this could help. But yeah, have a good month and Don't forget to tune in for the weekly readings, because we'll see week by week how May unfolds. Otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.